What up guys, Gokujimitsu here. I am doing a tutorial today because I was gonna continue the Subnautica Let's Plays. That's the current thing we're gonna do, but I decided no, I wanted to do something easy right now because I'm a little bit down in the dumps. I'm sad right now. So I'm gonna get into doing a video request. Don't do tutorials often, so don't expect this much unless you want me to go through some tutorials. Then behind all means, go ahead and comment it down below. But today this is for the mostly for the people on my channel that are going to be uploading in the future, and this is just a way so they can get started. So I'm going to be going over the methods for video creating using such as this program here, which is actually the first thing I'm going to get into. Well, what you're seeing here is OBS. The first step because this tutorial is going to be about how to, run, manage, do a YouTube channel, or even live stream to Twitch and stuff like that. Certain things you're going to need, especially if you want to do something like meanwhile we're doing PlayStation with Xbox and PC, and it maybe possibly other consoles. So I'm going to first start by going over how to start recording games just directly from a PC if you want to buy a PC and all that. So the first thing you want to look up is your PC's information to make sure, when you're going to run a game that your computer can head up. Now typically I like Windows 7. I think Windows 7 runs the best, but this one, my Alienware, is Windows 10 and it runs smoothly for Alienware. So choosing your computer really varies, and Alienware is a gaming laptop design. Let me just go to Google real fast and I'll pop it up for you guys. Anyway, we're gonna go to Alienware, and it'll usually pop up Alienware everything. This is gaming laptops, PCs. This is specifically what I use when I do recording for PC games. Anything I've done on the PC does involve Alienware here, and they've added some things. That's cool. As you can see, they got laptops, desktops, different things, and even gear shops, so you can modify your laptop and stuff. And here's your core bonuses. As you can see, they went up in price. When I bought mine, they were a lot cheaper. I paid for about that much for the one I modified, which was an Alienware 15. And I got some discounts with it. I got a whole bunch of gears and stuff, so I got it for a hell of a lot cheaper. This is what I would recommend. However, there are other computers out there that are great. Their settings translate to what I bought standard is an Intel Core 7i600HQ CPU, 2.60 Hz to a 2.59 Hz processor. My installed memory RAM recommended at least is 8 GB of RAM. Some games require up to 12, 10. As I said here, Alienware, you can modify your computer to have that much stuff. System type is 64-bit operating with 64-base processor. I'm also able to open Windows 32 bits, and obviously no pin and touch. And those are the information you want to look at. Graphics card wise, you don't have to worry about too much when you buy Alienware. As with the graphics card, they come with a graphic card specifically for gaming, to run games that run on engines such as the Unreal Engine, the Cry engine, Unity engine. If you don't know engines game-wise, like GTA 5 or Gears of War 4 or Halo 5, games like that would be able to run on the game processor that comes with it, with an Alienware PC. But once you've chosen your PC, the next step is to get OBS. Now there are two different types of OBS. There is Open Broadcaster and Open Broadcaster Studio. I'm not going to update it. This is the standard one right here. It has all its core features. I'm going to have you mess with the settings yourself. This is typically the program you want to use when you want to live stream to Twitch, to YouTube, or simply record from your computer. You can use this for various things. There is a way to record to computer, and these settings are usually set right away for like the best settings that you have. As you can see, you can change your FPS, which is how many frames per second. I usually like 60. I would hit apply at that point. 1920 by 8020 is your resolution that it records in. You can see here are my two graphics cards. I have a dual graphics card. I can use Intel HD 530 or Nevada Chip 4 GX5. Most computers will only have one unless you're like me, an Alienware computer, which is designed to run dual graphics, which allows me to run programs behind a video game. Audio is what you're using. This would be your microphone, for example. Hotkeys, advanced are for different things. Other switch scene. For instance, if you wanted to record on desktop, as you can see, you got these modes here. You got live stream. This is if you want to stream to Twitch. It'll ask for your stream information, stuff. Now I'm not going to go over how to get stream information. This is just how to get the programs and how to record it. File output is pretty simple. Get the name of it. Make sure it ends with these. So for this one, you never want to mess with the bottom one. The top one you can. For instance, mine's named gameplay.mp4. I could change that to say Halo Wars.mp4 if I wanted to. Typically I don't mess with this because I have set file. You would hit apply, hit OK, and then on here you would hit this to preview your stream. And if you had things going on your screen, when you hit preview, they should pop up. But for Windows 10, a regular OBS caster does not work correctly, and I've noticed the same issue with OBS Studio here. I'm gonna open up another instance if I can. So here's another instance that isn't gonna be messing with my recording, so I can show you some of the settings. It's pretty much the same outload, except as you can see, it's got better stuff going in it that you can do. Change your settings, it's pretty much the same. Output, you can even choose a file. As you can see, you can record a path standard and blah blah blah. This is your streaming. You can choose your different encoders, Netflix. It's got all these various things, and this is the program you want to familiarize yourself with when you're buying. Simply to get it, you could simply just go to Google, type in OBS, it'll pop up. Open broadcastsoftware.com and open that up, and it will well, I guess my internet went out. Thanks a lot, internet. I'm trying to do this fast. It'll give you the thing. So OBS Studio is the new one. The classic OBS only runs well on Windows 7 and 8. I've tried it on 10. As you can see, it isn't fully functional with me. Thank you, Windows 10, that's your fault. Then we got Windows 7 and 8 over here with the OBS Studio. It works with Macintosh, and it also works with Linux, which is cool. It gives you the information down below of what you need to know and how to know. And then that's how you record on a PC. Simply say you wanted, I accidentally opened up After Effects. Hopefully my recording doesn't crash. Say you want to do a game capture. What you do is you get into your sources, add, and you got your game capture. And oh wait, I need to close After Effects. Hold on. I did not want to open my task. Open up. There we go. Thank you, Task Manager. Anyway, say you wanted to create a new scene on OBS. I'm just going to show you a quick second. You'll right-click here, add. Actually, name for the C. I'm going to name this test. Then add, and you got your list. This would be for an image, this would be for a video or something. Text would be what appears on the screen as text. Display capture will be what you're seeing normally when you do it. Window capture will be what window capture. Game capture will be the game that you're capturing. Video capture, input audio and output audio, self-explanatory. Video capture device is what you're going to use if you're recording from an Xbox, PlayStation, PS2, or anything like that. Game capture, which I'm not going to exactly be able to show you, sadly, will pop up on here. For example, I'm just going to show you here real quick. When you hit game capture, you can name it what you want, and then it'll ask for what window, and then only up for games. This will work for things such as Steam and stuff like that. You want to remove something, back up, remove, and it will remove it from the test. Same thing goes with Over here, sorry, my computer's being glitchy, I just removed scene 1. You do the same thing, you right click to remove. When you want to stream, you hit start streaming over here. When you want to stop recording, you can record, settings and all that. There's other settings such as studio mode, and I'm not quite sure how to mess with studio mode. It looks like something like this. This is for like when you're working with 2 different computers, and I believe so, and I don't normally mess with that. So this is a software I mainly use for YouTube, what you can use, and it allows me to use the cheat sheet to get nice 60 frames per second, or more than that, to be honest. I use 60 frames right now. I could go up to 124 frames a second with this, with my computer's processor, and just stuff. So say you want to record from like on the Xbox, like you want to record to Xbox. There are 2 ways you can do this. One is from the Xbox One DVR, which will only let you record up to 5 minutes in game space, or you can actually use Xbox One's DVR to stream to Twitch if you have a Twitch account. Once again, I'm not going over how to set that up, but that's one option. The other option is what I do. I went and bought a Roxio HD Gaming Capture Pro. Now, I recommend the Pro. You're going to want Pro. You're going to have Pro if you're going to be running an Xbox One, PS4, or some sort of next-gen console. It is a requirement for when working with those types of consoles. Give this website a minute to pop up. Any minute now. It'll load. There we go. So here's the Roxio. So as you can see, the standard is square. This is if you're working with Xbox 360. This I recommend if you're going to be doing Xbox One stuff. Now the downside about it is it does come with a program, which right here, which you can indeed use to record with. This is the program it will come up with that you'll get immediately. With this program, they have an edit share option, but it's very cheesy. And if you're on a limited budget, you can use this, but I've never used it in my life. It's actually very cheap, and it's really just for cut and paste. Capture will bring up what you're displaying and all that. So I'm not showing how to set up the Roxio capture card. It's usually self-explainable in a tutorial book about hooking up to the computer, to the TV and whatnot. But here's what it's going to look like, and it's going to have your different settings. For example, just a quick recording, that's what it will look like at one of its best settings. Of course, this is smaller scale. It actually records rather well. I don't know how you guys are going to see it. If you watch my YouTube videos, you'll know how well this stuff looks. So the problem I have with Roxio, this is the one problem I have, is 60 frames per second is the thing of today. Roxio Pro HD, I don't know if they've updated it, but when I bought it, the 60 frames per second was not available. However, HD was, and live streaming was as well. As you can see, some of the features here. This is why I liked OBS, because the display that it displays when you go to capture actually shows and whatever you're capturing in. For instance, if your TV is running 720p, Roxio will run 720p. If your console like Xbox One, it can run up to 1920 by 180, 60 frames per second. Thus, the preview for the Roxio will be 1980 by 120, 60 frames per second. With OBS, it's got an option for you which you can display, and it uses device capture. This is where you want to use a video capture device. You would name it Xbox One, of course. I don't. And all the devices that you have connected to your computer would be listed here. The Roxio will show up here. 99% of the time, the Roxio should work if you follow one simple step. When you go to the Roxio program, you open it up. You gotta open it up and let it display itself on the Roxio first. And you have to hit capture for at least 5 to 10 seconds for best effect. When you do that, you can hit stop capture on the Roxio program. Close it out completely. Come here, select your Roxio. It should then display on the screen here. If it doesn't, you can hit deactivate, activate. If it shows up here, it's gonna work. You would hit OK, and then like my Roxio down over here, this, which is says Roxio here, of course, it will capture the audio to the Roxio, which then will allow you to record to from your Roxio capture card at that 1920 by 180 60 frames per second. Now, there is a cap for Roxio limit. It can only go 1,500 bitrate quality, I think is what it's called, which that is its max, 1920 by 180 60 frames per second. It cannot go any further. Even if I was to go into OBS, change the settings of my FPS to 124 frames per second, all it's going to do is going to take an image of that same frame within that 60 frames and duplicate it. It may look slightly better, but it's actually slowing it down, and it's kind of weird. It looks weird, but it does look very good, and probably something sort of like this. So that's how I record on YouTube, guys. As a matter of fact, that's what I'm doing right now. Here on your audio source, like I said, you can mess with your audio source, and even add mics, and that's what I did. My mic was Diffie is the one that you're hearing currently, and it's got all these cool setups. So that is one way that I record. When I do commentaries, I use Audacity. If you want a tutorial on Audacity, there is plenty on the internet, but I can give you a bunch of those in the future. And I recommend After Effects if you're going to plan on recording that stuff. I want to show you some cool things on YouTube though when it comes to video editing. On Video Manager, I'm just going to go to one of my videos that show that they have maybe some copyright content if I have any of them up here. Let's see here, Forge Creations includes copyright content. I could click on it over here, and YouTube's going to tell me what it is. Well, under Create here, they have a list of music policies and video editor and an audio library. Here in the audio library, you can select, choose, and play any set music that you want. For instance, let's do let's just hit that one, and you can get a preview of what that music sounds like. You can also search for different things. Let's say let's just type in happy, and something should pop up. Let's see, heartwarming, classical bright. You could play for preview. And as you can see, it'll tell you you're free to use the song monetizing, but you must include this in your following video's description, stuff like that. Artists, they'll do that stuff. These are things that you can use to help edit into within your video. As far as anything else goes towards this tutorial, there isn't too much more about video editing other than getting into After Effects and learning how to use it. I went to classes for After Effects, so really most of it's trial and error. Your content isn't going to look good till you decide what you want it to look like and how you want it to turn out. For example, my channel here, 3-in-1 Static Gaming, I mean even my desktop's the same. You can kind of get the feel of what my gameplay capture is and how you want it to feel. For instance, if you want your video to play music in the background, you gotta find your taste, throw that in. Once you get the type of theme you want for your channel and start doing that theme, that's how you're gonna start racking your subs. And it's about constantly uploading. If you're staying behind on something, it takes a lot of dedication. This is only my second channel, and I've restarted from my previous channel, which was Halo Stories, which I'm not going to show because, you know, it's kind of a bit of a failure, but still pretty good channel. This channel of mine, I'm going to be working on a lot more, and I'm going to be getting more. Well, guys, that is it to this tutorial on video editing. This was requested by Halo Freak 7572. Credit goes to him for wanting this. I was eventually going to get into this. This was meant for Crucius III and Gunslinger 1998M as well. There are alternative recording options, but this is what I use. It will specifically definitely work for you guys if you want to follow in my footsteps a little bit to start making your own content. This will definitely help in the future, And after all, Halo Freak is going to be getting a PC soon too, and he did want to jump on the boat with uploading with us and joining us in some Let's Plays. So we can look forward to that coming next year, I think it was. Till then, it's just me. Got a list of games I'm going to go through that were requested. As a matter of fact, when I'm screen sharing, I can show you a list of them. Here they are. Currently, we are on the Subnautica list. The next one is going to be Soul Blade, which was requested. League of Dragoon, Tom Clancy's Siege, Tom Clancy Division, Skyrim, Red Dead Redemption, Titanfall, Black Ops 3, and Sniper Elite. These are games that I will eventually be getting to, along with the main games that we're going to be participating with. If you guys have any troubles with setting up or have questions about other editing programs and stuff like that that you would like me to take a look at or see if I can help you with, let me know down below. If you definitely want me to go over a tutorial on how to do After Effects, once you've finished your raw recording, I can show you definitely how to edit in After Effects and get that stuff going. I will show you the basics: cropping, cutting, and editing, which are typically things you can do straight within Windows Movie Maker. However, there are special things that you can do with After Effects that Movie Maker can't do. Anyway guys, thank you so much for joining me on this tutorial. Sorry that took me a little while. I was hoping it would be a bit shorter than that. If you got anything you'd like to see in my videos, contents, or any requests, hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below what would you like to see next. I will definitely adhere to it, and will eventually get to it, even if I can't at the exact moment. I do put my request as a priority over the mainstream videos which I'm going to be doing. So thank you very much, so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.